JP, talk to us about what was the most important line coming from executives yesterday.
Certainly, and good morning, and thank you for having me. And just to be clear, we no longer own Nvidia in my mid-cap fund. I don't think it would qualify as a mid-cap. The most important thing we heard, I think, is that cadence that you referred to, that Hopper is doing quite nicely, and Hopper 200 is coming, has started shipping, and then before the end of the year, we'll see Blackwell 100 and Grace Blackwell soon. They're following in 25, and so they are putting up such velocity in product introduction that they're making it very difficult for challengers to keep up with them, especially since, and you heard Jensen say it yesterday, they're a platform company. All the software, all the firmware, all the APIs around that GPU, all the networking. And so they're really, semiconductor analysts such as myself, we don't see a lot of these. And that's why you're seeing unprecedented numbers and growth rates, because this artificial intelligence opportunity is really a secular one, and perhaps one of the largest in our lifetime. The only person I can think over the last 2 or 3 years who's had as much competitive success is someone like Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs. This is just incredible and unprecedented.
JP, Franklin, across all of its properties and all the funds, has a lot of exposure to Nvidia, right? And I know a lot of people at your firm, they call you Mr. Nvidia. Your brain is focused, and you're probably going to keep your job for the time being. You've done a good job so far. Jensen Huang's getting a lot of airtime, right? He's got a lot of momentum. He has an answer for everything. And just bear with me, because I want to be accurate on this, that he's also a little bit inconsistent, right? So the cadence of new product cycles is one new generation of accelerator per year. And he talks about how the H100 generation is designed such that you can just swap it out when the new generation comes along, and that all the customers have great visibility. But the data center guys are lowering exposure. At some point, we have to ask when this slows down, right? We have to ask when the competition comes. Give your sort of most objective assessment of that timing.
Certainly, and you make extremely important and valid points. And at Franklin Equity Group, we try to maintain discipline, and don't let my youthful looks surprise you. I've been around since the 90s. I've seen these booms and busts, and the tech sector is known for this, correct? And you're absolutely right. For those of us who've been doing this for 28, 30 years, Nvidia, through no fault of their own, semiconductors in general, it's a cyclical business. And you do get these boom busts, and people do miss quarters. And if I were to wager, I'd be on your side, that there will be a quarter or maybe 2 quarters where these cloud guys decide, oh, you know what, we have enough GPUs right now. We have enough DGXs. We're going to pause for now. And so you're absolutely right. There will be, it's not going to be linear and up to the right, which Wall Street loves. So there will be a time where shares get hit, where an air pocket does happen. And so, yes, you have to remain disciplined. You have to do your DCF. You have to do your modeling. You have to talk to the customers. You talk to competitors, and be very disciplined.
JP, just returning to some of the enthusiasm we heard from not just CEO, but CFO over at Nvidia, and some of the concerns that still are about so-called air pockets, the shift to the most powerful chips and architecture they offer, but also China. I just want to get to grips with really how much of a concern it is there.
It's been an issue for the whole industry, including equipment, semiconductor equipment. So that's largely embedded or understood. The U.S. government restrictions have certainly, believe it or not, impeded growth or slowed growth. But Nvidia and others have chips, and they're making chips, the L40, H20, that are de-specced, if you will, that fall beneath the government restrictions. The unknown for people like me is that the government might move the goal line, if you will. And so you have to stay on top of that. It's just another variable to consider. But that headwind, if you will, has already been communicated and is understood by the market.
Well, JP, I mean, the pushback from Nvidia is that there is unanswered demand all around the world that will make up for the shortfall. I've been just taking a look at Dell. Look at the gains Dell's showing, and look at Intel moving to the downside. And I wonder how much there's going to be like a disintermediation between Nvidia, the people it relies on like Dell, its rivals, because Nvidia's a systems vendor now, isn't it, JP?
As I said earlier, right? They consider themselves a platform company, if you will. They will sell individual GPUs or GPU cards, but yes, with the software and all the firmware, they do consider themselves a systems or a platform company, certainly.